Hello, everybody. What's up? My name is Callie.
My name is Knight.
And welcome back to
The Great Eternity, where the judge has an X on his face. Dig for that treasure.
This trial is trying my patience.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like the first one's the longest one in this game. Usually the first one's the shortest one, but for some reason this game is like... Anyways, do we have new evidence to present at this
further point? Kasuma.
I'm sorry, Ranosuke. I have nothing more. I probably should sit in a better position.
She just got out of her texting pose.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Oh, it's my daughter.
Please, wait. I have to figure out her voice then.
Isn't that... What's the meaning of this?
Women aren't allowed in the courtroom.
I mean, she is.
Yeah, as a witness, but not any other way.
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Mikotoba. My darkest hour with nowhere left to go. She appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
You know what that is? If I remember right, it's that cloth that, like, you see in anime they wrap their lunches in and stuff.
Ah. Bento boxes.
It's the actual cloth. Like, they dedicate actual cloths for those.
Okay. You shish down your throat, bitch.
Which, I was watching this thing from June's Kitchen, or Rachel and June. I just smacked myself in the face. Yeah, I'm unsafe.
Damn it, woman.
What I was saying, I can't remember if it was like June Kitchen or like Rachel and June. It was one of their channels. They got one of those cloths in like a snack box.
Mm-hmm.
First thing they did was put it on Pokey. Well, actually, I think they also put on Haku's back, but they tied it around Pokey like a bandana, and he was perfectly fine with it.
22nd November, 1:14 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2. Well, we definitely didn't make the deadline. Well, I understand you are a judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
Judicial Assistant, and a woman no less. The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Yes. That is me, you bitch. Not that I'm not bad at that.
I was gonna say...
Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more.
But Your Excellency! I am most grateful.
Hi. Who are you exactly?
I'm sorry, there is no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? Report about something written in English.
It's Jezebel's Brit's research.
The English woman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Watson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper.
I almost said facility because I was reading that other thing earlier.
Kazuma be eyeing her like, bitch, you stay away from him.
And they're friends.
It's a three-way.
He's more like, if anything happens to me, he'll need you. Because he's stupid.
Wow, it's not like they didn't foreshadow that then.
Oh, yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she?
So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of this trial myself.
Oh no. Of course not.
Special characteristics of Carrere and its effects on the human subjects. Interesting.
Carrere? What's that? Never heard that word before. Oh, you know, it's
Time's up!
it's a
Time's up!
I'm
The
trying
prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
I was just trying to make a joke how it was
It was too little time. Too little time for me to read it in detail. But I have summarized that I could add a note just inside the cover. But if you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
My voice does not seem to pick hers yet.
Mine keeps changing for everybody, so don't worry about it. What I was trying to say is career is like the long ago term for career, which poisons everybody who has to work.
You happy you got that out?
Well, after you screaming at me like that, sure. Wouldn't you?
You want me to do it again?
No. We already proved you even scare the cat with your ouchie voice.
Goodbye then, and good luck.
She's got floppy dog ears.
Oh, sorry.
You have had long enough,
Bow.
counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Stop plugging your ear, you coward!
Oh, that's me.
Kasuma, we're out of options here.
Well, we could just bang behind the desk. But
Wow.
no, it's okay. We're out of options here. This really is our last chance.
I know.
Oh.
Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
It wasn't the baby slap. Do. I do want to look at it, though.
A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis in the entire body and subsequent death, even in minor doses.
Minute.
Route of entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe
Now I
dart.
remember some.
Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have applications as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused by as a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation.
What did they think of that? Ethanol?
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Keep note of,
The blowpipe?
no,
Body through a wound.
the route of entry. Yep.
Okay.
And, also that.
Dental. Oh!
Map.
Because he had a tooth removal.
Yeah, there would have been a wound in his mouth.
God damn. You have to present the evidence.
No. Not yet.
No. That look.
I just wanted to read it.
The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Bridge,
Yes, Your Excellency.
if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not very long until tea time. I'll have to politely
Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
Well, if you're only asking me to treat it as an order. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies.
You refuse it.
So, Counsel, shut your phone up. What is the new evidence that
Sorry,
demands the
I have a
court's
friend who
attention?
keeps sending me TikToks. Boom. Oops, wrong one. Boop. Poop. Boop
Miss
when I say
Jezebel
boop.
Brett, we understand you were studying under Dr. Watson at Yume University, doing research.
Yes, you may.
Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison?
What?
Poison. Where are you going with this, Counsel?
A toxin known as Curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. What? What complete and utter nonsense!
Sounds like a boomer.
Curare, you say?
Shut up, Boomer!
I've never even heard of it! Shut up, you fucking asshole! Boomers don't exist yet. You wouldn't have done. Yes, well, if they did, you'd be one. What do you mean? The timing sometimes, don't it? I mean that you would be a boomer. And you haven't heard the cure before one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist. Correct. Which means, no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify Curare. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
What?
No wonder Mom says we're too loud lately. Order. Order.
No pizza.
Sunday if they're open? Please.
Isn't that Christmas?
Yes.
They won't be fucking open, and I'm not doing that to minimum wage workers.
But they need something to do.
Yeah, play on their phones and goof off.
Yeah, that's... Our boss was nice. He gave us gift baskets full of snacks.
I used to have a box that would just leave snacks because that was the overnight shift, so I could just eat all night.
That's
Yeah.
who we were talking about.
Okay.
Because, like, me and the guy who came in after me being there for, like, 10 hours straight.
Yeah, and by the time I fucking got there, because I was the last in line, I had slim pickings. You guys ate all the good shit.
I only had, like, one or two things.
I know.
There was a Tim Hortons in the building!
I know. I will say though, my last job, the great thing about it is because we had to close down for a few days, any food that would go bad over those days, we got to take home and eat.
Counsel, does this deadly poison truly exist? Yes, it's called the Christmas spirit.
According to this report, authorized by the visiting research student from England, Curare has long been used by tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it's produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle, and it is the first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that the animal shot by arrows laced with this curare, I keep wanting to say cure-all, suffer instant
it
death.
is a cure-all for life.
Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? How the fuck does this fucker know English? Because that was definitely not in that tiny little note.
Trumpery?
You know, Trump was actually originally a word. I just can't remember what it was. Though his last name was originally Drump, so what do you want?
Trumpery! These assertions are utter trumpery!
Aspirations.
I don't care. I screamed it. What do you want from me?
Nothing, Boomer.
To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and other diners would have surely noticed.
Not if you were reading the notes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that.
Oops. I hit the button.
I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain.
Learn to read. According to this, after all, it's the other way around. What do you mean the other way around? Like we're going counterclockwise now? What the fuck?
We're in Australia?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that the curare was used.
I don't need you to explain this. I read it.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, and I'm explaining for the idiot across the way, not you, sir, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in a total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he collapsed on the floor, but with a chair under him for support, Dr. Watson did the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow... Oh, that's not me.
But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis.
Paralysis.
Papaya. As I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, why can't I say that word today?
Paralysis.
Paralysis. I can say it, but in my mind when I'm reading it, like, because I'm reading quickly, is para, and then tries to say the rest.
Papaya.
So it's a papaya now.
It's so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration.
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. That's hideous!
Just like your face!
Damn it, I was gonna say that!
I literally was going to say,
Just like your face!
I got your back like chiropractic!
you mean you're breaking it? To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison.
I want to back away from you very slowly.
Do it
And you're
not should be...
suggesting that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison.
This is all very convenient, isn't it? Hitherto unknown poison for which there is no, means of testing. What a happy little tale for the defense. If I may. All these facts, you think you're so clever, but you must be taught some... It is you who must be taught.
I feel like I would have done better for her voice.
Yeah, probably.
Just because of the shut up! I can do that voice just fine!
It's your version of Ouchie, don't.
I didn't even know that was possible.
I'm saying the high pitch hurts.
And then, of course, dear Lily!
Okay, there, Kayako, stop.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
Excuse me?
You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. Whatever do you mean? Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a horrendous crime.
Heinous, but yeah.
I think it works.
Heinous.
It really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree? Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it, because I have a boner for her, and you all know it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules!
So funny.
Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency?
Yes.
May I borrow the bottle for a moment, please?
If you insist. Now we get to see her horse skills in action. Oh, never mind. She's not going to drink it straight from the bottle.
Does seem weird that he's willing to do this for her.
Don't get too big for your boots. Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Sorry. Sorry. To an Englishwoman such as myself, the sole affair is a
Farcical.
farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers.
What are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for the shabby affair that we will continue next time.
This has been Gally.
This midnight.
See y'all next time.
Bye bye, everybody.